Major reopening news for the city. Large arenas and venues are set to open in less than 2 weeks with one big catch, though, a capacity limit of only 10%. Additionally, attendees are going to need proof of a negative PCR COVID test done 3 days before their visit. Temperature checks, social distancing, and masks will be required at the venues. And the reopening kicks off with the Knicks and the Nets home games in 13 days. New York is also set to open 2 of the state's largest mass vaccination sites on February 24th, one in Jamaica, Queens, the other in Crown Heights. And the goal here is to vaccinate 3,000 people a day. 3,000 people a day. Well, this news comes the same day that Citi Field opened as a mass evacuation site, although the term...
Thanks for what you're doing.
After Mayor de Blasio arrived, bumping elbows with Mr. Met and touring the facilities with half the space not even used because there's not enough vaccine, I asked the mayor if they really needed a stadium for such a modest operation.
Does it really make sense to have this as a mega hub when you could do this in a high school gym?
This is going to encourage people to get vaccinated, including some of the communities hardest hit where there's a lot of hesitancy. I talked to some of the people here, and they said they wanted to come here. It meant a lot to them to come here to Citi Field.
The mayor told us by next week they'll double or triple the supply at Citi Field as the federal government ramps up distribution. For now, those somehow able to score an appointment here feel kind of like fans who win playoff tickets.
So it's smooth?
Very smooth, yeah.
Good. Yeah, no, I know these folks really care. They're trying to make sure to get everyone
Oh, yeah,
very good
and it's very nice to be here, and I get to meet Mr. Met and now the mayor. What the hell, man?
That's retiree Sue Sendek of Kew Gardens, who told us getting vaccinated means the world.
I feel relief. I've had COVID already, so I didn't want to get reinfected, so I'm glad to be here.
And sports fans grateful for today's news that sporting events will be open to the public starting February 23rd with the Nets game in Brooklyn, with thousands also likely at the Citi Field opener 6 weeks after that, as Mets owner Steve Cohen told me.
How likely do you think that might be?
Yeah, I think there's going to be fans, you know. I mean, we're not sure exactly, you know, what percent of the stadium is going to be filled, but it'll be at least 10 to 15% probably. And so, you know, we're hopeful people get vaccinated and, you know, maybe things loosen up over time.
Governor Cuomo made the decision to reopen sports arenas in our area after the successful experiment of allowing fans at Buffalo Bills playoff games. And once again, on your way in here or at Nets or Knicks games, you'll either need a negative COVID test on the way in or proof of a negative test within 72 hours. Reporting from Citi Field, Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
Well, in New Jersey, Governor Phil Murphy is quarantining again after a member of his family tested positive for COVID-19. He learned that news right after touring a vaccination center at the Mary McLeod Bethune Life Center in Jersey City. Governor Murphy says he took a COVID test this morning and it came back negative. The governor did not identify the family member, but according to his team, he does not qualify as an exposed close contact, adding that the quarantine is out of an abundance of caution. Chuck.
And starting tomorrow, hundreds of thousands of additional Connecticut residents are going to be eligible to get their vaccine shots. The eligibility age drops to include those 65 and older. Vaccine appointments can be made online or by the phone by calling 877-918-2224. 877-918-2224. Phone lines are open 8 a.m. until 8 p.m., 7 days a week.